Podcasts are hot right now. How do I know? Well, you're listening to one right now, aren't you? But you might be wondering, how on earth do I get my voice out there and start my own podcast? It all seems so intimidating. Between hosting and platforms and monetization, it can get real complicated real quick. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We started this podcast over 2 years ago, not knowing clue one on how to do it. So how do we do it? We did it with Anchor. Anchor is the free podcast app with creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And everybody likes money, right? Well, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go right now, download the free Anchor app, or go to Anchor FM to get started. It's the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-Commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. This episode of the E-Commerce Minute is brought to you by Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes. With Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes, it's just click, send, and save for as low as $4.99 a month. Send envelopes, flats, and packages right from your desk, and you're back in business in no time. And for being a loyal E-Commerce Minute listener, you'll receive a free 30-day trial to get started and a free 10-pound scale to ensure that you'll never overpay. Save time and money on mailing and shipping with Send Pro Online. Starting at $4.99 a month, you can qualify for special USPS rates for letters and priority mail shipping. Calculate exact postage online, and print labels right from your PC. So go to pb.com/minute to access this special offer for a free 30-day trial plus a free 10-pound scale to get started. That's pb.com/minute. Experience shipping made simple with a free trial of Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes. It's E-Commerce Minute, episode 591.
In today's episode, Apple could soon offer phone subscriptions.
We talk a lot about subscription boxes on this podcast. There's rental subscriptions, food subscriptions, car subscriptions, and even alcohol subscription boxes. And the industry only gets bigger. In fact, according to Fuel by McKinsey, the subscription e-commerce market is worth about $10 billion as of 2019. And that's not even including Amazon Prime's subscribe and save option. Now Apple is ready to get into the hardware subscription game. Rumors about an Apple subscription model have flown since Goldman Sachs told clients that Apple should offer premium content, services, and iPhone subscription bundles to spark growth. And in Apple's Q4 earnings call, CEO Tim Cook hinted at the possibility of bundling hardware into a subscription service, and there's a few speculations about exactly what that could entail. Under the argument for an iPhone subscription, which some have dubbed Apple Prime after the similar Amazon program, Apple would bundle hardware upgrades with services such as iCloud storage or Apple TV Plus content and hardware for a single monthly fee. This would allow them to switch iPhone sales from a transactional model to a subscription model, potentially driving the stock price up without having to increase product sales or prices dramatically. During the recent earnings call, when an analyst asked about the idea of a Prime subscription, Apple CEO Tim Cook did not shoot down the idea. Instead, he actually hinted that something like that was already in the works. Apple currently offers their iPhone upgrade program, which covers iPhone costs for 2 years. After users finish their first year's payment, they can opt for an upgraded iPhone. The service is geared towards buyers who like to upgrade their phones every year. Apple also includes Apple Care Plus insurance in the deal. There's also the iPhone Forever program by Sprint. Tom's Guide reports that through its Flex leasing program, Sprint allows subscribers to upgrade to a new phone each year, but it doesn't offer a warranty or device protection like the iPhone upgrade program. While Apple hasn't released the quote-unquote Apple Prime yet, Tim Cook hints that it is definitely on the horizon. I think this makes sense for Apple because their phone sales are not what they used to be. And
Well, because the release of phones are right.
right,
But,
I mean, like what's
I wouldn't
about
upgrade
a phone
like I
anymore
love
besides the camera?
Yeah, I mean I love the cameras, but I wouldn't upgrade a phone if I didn't have a refurb and it
And
was
that's the
going,
problem.
right? So,
It-
but if you look at it, like my T-Mobile Jump program, I'm still kind of leasing it anyway, right? Because I'm paying into it. In 2 years, when a new one comes out, I'm still going to get a new one. Still going to pay it. So might as well have a subscription basis type of phone thing.
Right. And it's
definitely
not
designed for me.
Yeah, no, and I did the T-Mobile jump thing for years. I finally jumped off. I paid off my phone, and I'm trying it out, see how I like it. I now am buying my phone directly from Apple with the Apple Care built in. That way I am no longer tied to the T-Mobile extra $12 for insurance, I could just go right through Apple. And I had a problem with my phone, literally the first week I had it. And there's, the Apple Care, boy, I can't say Apple Care. Apple Care
Apple Care.
service. Apple Care service is really great.
Yeah.
But this takes it a step further where they say you can get your phone, your iCloud, your Apple Care, and X, Y, and Z, your Apple TV for a low price of $69.99 a month. And what they'll do is they'll just amortize one of those things and basically write it off as, so you can get all these things and we'll give you iCloud for free or something like that. We don't know how that's going to play out. And I think that's going to appeal to a lot of people. And basically what'll happen is 6 months from now, they'll say, hey, would you like to upgrade your phone? Would you swap your phone out? Just kind of like what T-Mobile does. And they'll just say, yep, here's another phone. Give us your old phone back, swap it in. We'll sell that phone. Because what's happening, and you know this, Bart, people aren't trading in their phones anymore.
Yeah, no, they're not.
My lady friend still has a 5S. She's about to get rid of it because it's starting to not work as well as it should, but she loves that phone and she doesn't want to trade it in. I just got rid of my 7S Plus. I've had that phone for 3 or 4 years, was it? And finally, the lure of that sweet 11 camera got me to jump, but I would have held on to that phone. It was working just fine.
I wonder how much this subscription box, quote unquote, would go for, like, depending on what they included. Like, what do you think would be a ballpark price?
I kind of said that earlier. It would probably be amortize the cost of the phone over X amount of years, plus 2 or 3 services. And I'm sure, and this is what Apple does. They'll say the Apple Prime Pro is $99 a month. The Apple Pro, standard is $59 a month, or whatever it is.
And if you look at what they're doing with their services, like the TV Plus and stuff like that, I think that's happening. They're just they haven't bundled that completely yet. But if you look at the family sharing stuff, that's a good bundle too.
Yeah.
That's a really cost-effective way of doing it. But also, what is it? TV Plus. If you bought a new phone, it's free for a year. So they're just gonna keep on adding stuff to it. So you buy services, right? So there's definitely hints at what they're looking at and how they're gonna do it. It's probably going to take another 2 years before they do anything else.
Yeah, I'm right with you, Bart. And you look at, again, this is their services. So you have iCloud, which everybody is eventually going to need if you're taking any kind of pictures or doing any kind of storage on your phone. That's a no-brainer. You have Apple TV Plus. That's going to be a monthly charge. The Apple Games, Apple Arcade.
Oh, that's Arcade. So good.
What are the other things what are the other monthlies they're doing?
Well, email and stuff, but that's just iCloud services and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, they have iCloud,
the usual
TV Plus, Apple Arcade.
So for now,
I feel like we're missing something here.
The news. So the
news the news. That's what News Plus.
Because you have the magazine stuff, right? So the reading and stuff like that. So they'll add books, they'll add everything into it.
Right. So as Brittany had inquired earlier, it was like, well, what do you think it would cost? So all of those services bundled in, $129 a month, whatever it is, a lower version minus news or minus 1 or 2 or 3 of those things. How Apple prices things. It could be $99, it could be $79, whatever.
Well,
you'll get different Chinese menus of subscriptions including the phone.
I think the arcade is $4.99.
Yeah, it's so cheap.
It's crazy.
You know what's crazy is that everyone who buys a new iPhone gets that Apple TV Plus. They're promoting the shows, but they're not promoting that it's free as much. Or is it just me?
No, literally, Tyler just.
Brittany, you and I had this conversation. Yeah, you told me, you were like, "Oh my God, did you know you get your Apple TV Plus?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did, but I completely forgot about it, and I actually activated it the other day because they didn't. It was just kind of yeah, it's on your phone."
Yeah. Well, because also now that, and John, you have Roku devices too. Roku, I think you can do it on Amazon too, but you can install the Apple TV app now on other devices instead of their Apple TVs, and it works.
And that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that's what they should do. I know that they had this, this pissing contest where it was like, we're not going to put Amazon on our devices and Amazon's not going to put Apple on it. It's all that does is they're shooting themselves in the foot. It should be democratic because all you need is for the consumers to go, you know what? Screw you guys with your set top boxes. I'm just going to buy a smart TV with everything built in.
True.
Yep.
So, okay, Brittany, why don't you tell us about today's sponsor?
Shipping and mailing from your desk has never been simpler than with SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. With SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes, it's just click, send, and save for as low as $4.99 a month. Schedule package pickups and track shipments from departure to arrival. And for being an e-commerce minute listener, you'll receive a free 30-day trial to get started and a free 10-pound scale to ensure that you never overpay. You can weigh, print, send, and save without stepping foot into the post office. Starting at $4.99 a month, you can also save up to 5 cents every letter and up to 40% off USPS Priority Mail. Calculate exact postage online and print right from your PC. So go to pb.com/minute to access this special offer for a free 30-day trial plus a free 10-pound scale to get started. That's pb.com/minute to experience shipping made simple with the free trial of SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes.
Very good. Wrap it up with a quick stat time. Sales of the iPhone were down 15% year over year in the company's fiscal first quarter, according to CNBC. Yet the iPhone still makes up to more than 60% of the revenue compared with the growing services business that accounts for about 13% of revenue. And that's where they want to show growth in the service business. And that's according to CNBC. From April 2014 to April 2018, the subscription box industry grew by 890%. That's according to Clutch. An Insight's recent survey on subscription boxes show that 25% of respondents, both men and women combined, are currently receiving a subscription box, and another 32% of respondents plan to subscribe in the next 6 months. I like subscription boxes. My fear, though, is that we're going to get oversubscribed, and it's going to be one of those.
It's already there.
Yeah, people are just going to drop off. Now, I think the most successful ones will be the ones obviously related to pet goods and maybe some beauty stuff, but a lot of these other subscription boxes are a bit silly. I subscribed to one. It was Art Snacks, and it was art supplies. But how many pens can you use, man? How many pens do you really need?
How many notebooks, pens, everything else?
Yeah, I just have I had stacks of stuff and I had to cancel it. All right, you guys got anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.